This is just a little video about how to use your calculator scientific notation correctly and also efficiently, because sometimes there's other ways. But the first thing is to find your button. If you have a scientific calculator, you have a scientific notation button. And the thing is, they look different on different calculators. Probably the most common one is to have an EE button. This one has an EE button right there. But some of them may have EXP. Let's see, some of them are a little tricky because you see the little EE that's right in there. To get to that, you have to hit a shift, a second, and get to that function. And some of the newer ones are starting to have this, where it actually says times 10 to the x. And notice, this is not a 10 to the x, it's times 10 to the x, and there can be a difference. So this is good because all of those buttons actually mean times 10 to the x. But anyway, so once you find your scientific notation button, then you need to find your change sign button. And the change sign button is sometimes like this, like a little plus/minus, or sometimes like this. To change the sign and to get a negative exponent, do not use subtract. Your subtract button. So if you found both of those buttons, then you're ready to enter. So we're going to start by entering this number. And to enter this, you're going to enter the front part, 1.2, and then you're going to hit your scientific notation button. And for example, the EXP, or whatever it looks like. And then you'll enter your exponent. On some calculators you can enter the negative first and then the 5, but on some you have to enter the 5 and then the change sign button. And the thing to note here is that this scientific notation button, it takes the place of the times 10. And so you never enter times 10 on these. You just enter that button, then the exponent. So if you've got that, let's do a little test to see if you're getting it all together. So try this. See if you get my answer, and you would just enter, this is the number we just entered, and then you'll hit times, then enter this number the same way, equals, and see if you get this. I see my sig figs are wrong here, but that's what your calculator should say. And if you're getting my answers, I mean, you may have a slightly different way to enter it, but if you're getting my answers, that's okay. What I will say is that the scientific notation button is usually the most efficient way to do it. If you're using this button with the caret and adding an exponent, sometimes you have to end up using a lot more parentheses and stuff to get that to work. So anyway.